Everyone's always like, Brenda, why are you working so hard? Why are you doing a full-time job and posting on TikTok all the dang time? It's because I have $78,327 in student loans. And you want to know how much unpaid interest I accrued in the month of February? $523.93. And this is me paying at least a minimum of $2,000 per month. Started with a little bit over $150-something thousand because I had the bright idea of going to grad school so that I can graduate in a healthcare job to help people, but not get paid enough for the amount of student loans I had to take out. Now, my fault, I went to a private university, but still, it shouldn't be this hard to pay off student loans. But based on my PT salary alone, there is absolutely no way that I could pay this much with just that salary alone and live a breathable, decent life. Make it make sense?
Welcome back to our channel AI Crystal. If you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and of course, subscribe to stay in the loop. And to all our returning subscribers, we appreciate you more than you know. Today, we're diving into a topic that's hitting a lot of people hard: student loans garnishing paychecks. That's right, for many borrowers, it's no longer just about repayment plans or deferments. It's about waking up and finding out the government is taking money directly from your paycheck before you even see it.
By now you've heard that the administration is going to seize, their words, not mine, seize wages from those that have defaulted on student loans. It hadn't been done since, back in the pandemic and trying to give people relief. They're going to seize, their words, not mine, seize wages, garnish wages from those that are in default. I just wish they had that same energy, that same motivation, that same go-getter spirit to go get the money that is owed to us via taxes from the millionaires and the billionaires. I wish they had the same energy to create tax policy that was more equitable so that billionaires would be paying their fair share. Okay? Since we're so concerned about getting said money into the country, I wish the energy was there. Let alone the energy that they had around PPP, okay? Let alone that energy, threw money. Just threw money at businesses. Didn't think twice, okay? Allowed that money to be written off, to be discharged, to be forgiven. Forgiven. Money given to businesses to keep them afloat. But isn't capitalism, the whole idea of capitalism is that the market will decide what is what? So sure, the pandemic came through and nobody was expecting that. But if we're really going to go off of the idea of capitalism or what it represents, what it stands for, what y'all have told us, which is that the market will decide, the market should have shut all those businesses down. And I do understand on the other side of that would have been catastrophic. That's why we intervened. Hello. So I'm not arguing with the fact that we've intervened, but just like we intervened for that catastrophe, the administration and government really should be intervening for the catastrophe that is student loans and its repayment. Because we went to school. We went to school because y'all told us to go to school. Y'all said if we go to school, get the degree, then we'd have a better life. We'd be able to buy stuff. We get a house. All the things. Remember that? That's what y'all told us. And then we went and did it. Now, thank the Lord, I'm not in default. But for those that are, you're now going to seize their money. Seize. But you don't have that same energy for millionaires and billionaires. It's just, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. And then I also don't understand the people that are like excited that people's money is going to be seized. Or they're angry when they hear about people getting their loans forgiven. That's weird to me. It's really weird to me, but that's a whole nother video about a whole nother thing. I'm just saying, I wish the government, Trump and all of them had that same energy when it came to millionaires and billionaires and tax policy in this country.
If you have student loans, you need to stop scrolling because they're about to start garnishing wages. Now, you're probably saying, you know what? My student loans are above me now. I don't care. So if that is you, you definitely need to listen because this applies to you. Starting on May 5th, the Department of Education is going to start requesting payments from people who are in default from their student loans. So if you have not been making payments, you are past due, you didn't enroll in any programs, no repayment programs, they're coming after you. And if you do not make any payments and after May 5th or enroll in any payment plans, they're going to start garnishing your wages. It's very unfair because it's not even enough amount of notice to give people to start paying back. At least if they'll give us some notice, give people some notice. Okay, you're gonna start paying, $500 a month in the next 2 to 3 months. But a 2-week notice is insane. So go ahead and save this video, repost it because there's only 2 weeks and a lot of people need to hear this, so they won't be surprised.
On May 5th, they're going to start garnishing payments for folks who have not made their student loan payments. First of all, nobody get in my comments talking about, well, you should have known when you're taking out the loan. Right? Look, I pay taxes for a lot of stuff I don't utilize. But I have paid my student loans religiously for 9.5 years. When I got out of grad school, I owed $45,000. After paying 9.5 years, I still owe $44,500. Some of us have actually been trying to pay what we owe. Some of us did read the fine print. Some of us do want to pay our loan. But it is not cool to have a government that is willing to put and continuously put high interest rates for education on these loans so that you have a population of highly educated people who can never get out of debt. Or a population of people who really want to get a degree and who just can't afford to do it because they don't have the money now and they can't afford a high interest student loan. Now, to be frank, I think education should be free. I think loans should be forgiven. But we also have a government that can't keep their shit together. So every time I try to enroll in one of the programs for paying back, or I try to enroll in auto payment, a week later I get an email that's like, sorry, this is on hold. So for the past 6 months I've been trying to pay, but because y'all can't keep your shit together, you're gonna garnish my wages? I've just seen so many people making comments about this. You should have known what you were signing up for, blah, 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 right? And it's like, if you're one of those people, I just hope you take a moment to understand how taxes work, how our government works, how most of the people who have taken out a student loan subsidize a lot of the different parts of your life. Nobody should be put in a position to educate themselves and get into a better situation or to be able to eat.
We have 68,000 people over the age of 62 who are still paying their crippling student loans. Student loan payments for federal loans are now due again. For 4 years, those federal loans were paused, but they're not paused anymore. It is estimated that millions of borrowers are gonna have their credit hit this summer because they have not started making the payments again. In Georgia, we have 1.7 million student loan borrowers. Nationally, we have 47 million students who have borrowed. And many people feel like they will be paying their entire life.
Is that fair? Is it ethical? Or is it just another way the system keeps everyday people financially stuck while interest keeps piling up like a slow-moving trap? What do you think? Have you or someone you know been affected by paycheck garnishment? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about the real impact, not just the numbers they post in reports. Stay tuned as we break this down, the process, your rights, and what options you actually have. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out.